Stop trusting your eyes. On almost every hole, what you see is a lie. That bunker? Not where you think. That green? Bigger than it looks. That safe side? It's a trap. Architects call these visual tricks. I call them dirty secrets. In this video, I'm exposing 7 ways courses mess with your brain, and I'm giving you the cheat codes to beat them. You know that feeling? You hit a perfect shot, but you end up in the worst spot. That's not bad luck. That's design. Golf architects aren't drawing pretty holes. They're setting traps. They admit it. One famous architect said if a player tries to score, he can use any and all weapons to stop them. Their favorite weapon? Messing with your head. Architects know where a 12 handicap plays it safe, and they punish that spot harder than anywhere else. Today, we're exposing their 7 dirtiest tricks. Let's start with the one that ruins your club selection before you even check your yardage. Foreshortening, the close-up lie. Ever stand over your approach and think, that bunker is right against the green, so you grab an extra club, you swing smooth, your ball sails 20 yards over? Welcome to foreshortening, the oldest trick in the book. Here's what they do. Architects raise the front lip of a bunker. They blend the top edge with the green. From 150 yards away, that bunker looks like it's eating the green. Your brain screams, don't come up short. But here's reality. There's often 15 to 20 yards of fairway between that bunker and the green. You literally cannot see it. Think of a mountain range. The front peak looks like it touches the back peak. But fly a drone overhead? There's a massive valley between them. One famous example is Indian Creek. From the tee on the 6th hole, the bunkers look like a solid wall. Players tense up, they steer it, they chunk it. But from above, the fairway is huge. The bunker does its job without catching your ball. It catches your confidence instead. Here's your aha moment. If a hazard looks close, it's usually far. If it looks far, you're probably in trouble. So what do? Trust your number, not your eyes. If your rangefinder says 150, hit your 150 club, even if it looks like you'll fly the green. You won't. Now, distorting distance is step 1, but step 2? Making the target look impossible. The melting effect, layered bunkering. Pop quiz. You're on the tee. You see a bunker on the left, and another bunker behind it, near the green. What does your brain do? It melts them together. This is the melting effect. Pure psychological warfare. Architects stack a fairway bunker against a greenside bunker. From your view, they look like one giant sand wall. The landing area looks like threading a needle. But here's what's really happening. Visual compression. Those bunkers might be 80 yards apart. There's a massive landing zone between them. Your eyes can't separate them. Back to Indian Creek, hole 6. From the tee, you see 4 fairway bunkers blending with 3 greenside bunkers. It looks like a beach. Players aim away. They bail to the safe side. That's exactly where the architect wants you. Now you've got a terrible angle. You're blocked by another bunker or hitting off a downslope. Meanwhile, the guy who aimed between those melted bunkers, he's got a wedge into a wide-open green. Here's the truth. The architect isn't trying to catch your ball. They're trying to catch your brain. The hazard works even if you never hit it, just by making you swing scared, just by making you aim somewhere dumb. Your move? Next time you see stacked bunkers, take a breath. Check the overhead view on your GPS. You'll see the hidden space. Aim for that. Because if you aim away from the illusion, you're aiming into the real trap. Speaking of real traps, let's talk about the one that makes you feel smart while walking into disaster. The sucker's width. Fake safe sides. Picture this. You step to the tee. The fairway is massive, like 100 yards wide, but there's one bunker on the right. What do? You aim left, away from trouble, into all that beautiful space? Congratulations, you just got suckered. This is the fake safe side. It's the architect's favorite way to punish smart players who think they're playing smart golf. Here's the setup. They give you tons of width. It feels generous, but they place one bunker on one side. Your instinct? Aim away from it. The problem? The safe side leaves you with the worst angle into the green. Maybe the green angle's away from you. Maybe a bunker blocks your approach. Maybe the slope funnels your ball into rough. You just turned an easy hole into a nightmare. Meanwhile, the scary line near that bunker opens up the entire green. It's the architect's inside joke. Real example. Mammoth Dunes, hole 2. The fairway is absurdly wide. Play left, away from the bunker. You've got a blind, brutal approach over a ridge. Play right hugging the bunker. The hole is cake. But most golfers never figure this out, because width feels safe. Width feels like the architect is being nice. Here's your aha moment. Width is not your friend. Width is a trap. If a fairway looks incredibly wide, ask yourself, what is the architect hiding over here? Because they're hiding something. Your move? Stop aiming for the most space. Start aiming for the best angle, even if it's near trouble. Especially if it's near trouble. Now, sometimes architects don't hide trouble on the edges. Sometimes they put it right in your face. The centerline ambush. Let's talk about the hazard that makes you angriest. The centerline bunker. You know the one. Dead center in the fairway. Right where you want to hit it. It feels unfair. Good. That's the point. Centerline hazards aren't lazy design. They're the ultimate IQ test. They force you to decide before you swing. Left or right. You have to commit. Here's what architects know about amateurs. Most don't commit. They aim at the middle and hope. They think, I'll just hit it straight. But straight doesn't exist in golf. Every shot curves. Every swing has a miss pattern. If you're aiming at the middle with a hazard in the middle, you're aiming at disaster. The most famous example? Principal's nose bunker at St. Andrews. It's been there over 100 years, still catching people who refuse to pick a side. Here's what the architect is really doing. Separating players who think from players who just whack it. It's not a swing test. It's a strategy test. And here's the kicker. Once you pick a side, the hole gets easier. You've got a clear target. You've got commitment. Commitment breeds confidence. Your aha moment. Centerline hazards aren't unfair. They're a filter. If you hate them, it's because you're avoiding a choice. Your move? When you see a centerline bunker, smile. Pick the side that gives you the best angle. Aim 20 yards away from the hazard. Swing with conviction, because indecision fills that bunker. Not bad swings. You've made it to the green. You're safe now, right? Wrong. This is where the sadist really comes out to play. The rejector green, false fronts, and runoffs. Ever hit a shot that lands on the green, then rolls 40 yards back down the hill? That's not bad luck. That's a false front. The modern architect's favorite weapon. Here's how it works. The front of the green looks like green. It's mowed like green. But it's not actually part of the green. It's a ramp, a slide, a trapdoor. If your ball lands there with any forward roll, it's gone. Back down the hill, into the collection area, or worse, into a bunker. Here's what makes it brutal. You think you hit a good shot. Online, right distance, but the architect decided the front 30% of the green isn't actually the green. It's a hazard that looks like grass. This was created to punish tour pros who spin the ball back, but it destroys amateurs who can't spin it at all. There's a TikTok trend called design disasters. Players film balls rolling off these greens. The comments are full of rage. This is stupid. This is unfair. Who designed this? But it's not unfair. It's just mean. The architect is teaching you a lesson. Don't be short. Ever. On these greens, short is death. You're better off flying at 10 yards long than landing 2 yards short. Your aha moment, treat the front of a false front green like water. You wouldn't aim at the front edge of a pond, would you? Your move? When you see a tiered green or steep run-up, add half a club. Aim for the middle or back, except that long is okay. Because short isn't just a missed green, it's a penalty stroke in disguise. Now, architects don't just use the ground against you, sometimes they use the entire world. Psychological backdrops. The infinity effect. Let's talk about something you've never noticed, but once you see it, you'll never unsee it. The background behind the green. Sounds weird, right? But architects use backdrops to mess with your depth perception, and it works every time. Here's the trick. If there's nothing behind the green, just sky or water, it's called an infinity edge. Your brain can't find the back of the green, so you overestimate distance. You go long. But if there's a busy backdrop, a road, parking lot, or dense trees, your brain does the opposite. It sees danger. It sees, don't go back there. So you subconsciously decelerate. You leave it short. This is your brain overriding your yardage based on visual comfort. The most famous example? The road hole at St. Andrews. There's a literal road behind the green. It terrifies players. They're so scared of going long, they leave it short, right into the road hole bunker. One of the deepest, most brutal bunkers in golf. Tour pros complain every year. They call it unfair. But it's been there for centuries. It's not unfair. It's psychological warfare. Here's the truth. Your rangefinder says 150. Your brain says, don't hit that car. Your brain wins unless you override it. Your aha moment. The backdrop is part of the design. It's not decoration. It's a weapon. Your move? When you're over an approach shot, notice what's behind the green. If it's busy or scary, remind yourself, I'm trusting my number. I'm not bailing out. If it's an infinity edge, add a yard or two, because your brain is lying. Final trick. This one makes you angriest, because it feels like the architect isn't even trying to be fair. The "look over here" distraction, eye candy. Let's talk about gimmicks. Island greens, massive waste areas, water everywhere. You know what these are? Decoys. The architect is waving a shiny object in your face to distract you from the actual challenge. And it works. Because humans stare at danger, it's the pink elephant effect. If I say, don't think about a pink elephant, what do you think about? A pink elephant. Same on the golf course. The architect puts water around the green. Now you're thinking about water. You're not thinking about wind. Not the pin position, not your tempo. You're thinking, don't hit it in the water. And guess what? You hit it in the water. Most famous example, TPC Sawgrass, hole 17. The island green. It's only a wedge. The green is huge, but the water makes 20 handicaps shake like they're hitting over the Grand Canyon. Here's the secret. The scariest thing on the hole is often not in play for a smart shot. It's just there to scare you, to make you swing tight, to make you steer. Your aha moment. Stop looking at the clown's mouth. Look at the safe landing zone. Your move? When you see a hole with visual noise, water, bunkers, waste areas, ask yourself, what's actually in play if I make a normal swing? Usually, not much. The water on the left? You'd have to pull it 30 yards. The bunker on the right? Only in play if you block it off the planet. Stop staring at danger. Find the safe zone. Aim there. Swing free, because the architect wants you looking at the decoy. Don't give them the satisfaction. We started by saying your eyes are lying. Now you know why. That anger when a good shot ends up bad, it wasn't bad luck. It was a mental trap. But here's the good news. The trap only works if you don't see it coming. Now you have the map. You can step to the tee with confidence instead of fear. If you want to keep outsmarting architects and saving strokes, hit that subscribe button. Stop playing their game. Start playing yours.